So, all right, as soon as you're ready, we're gonna stand up. And again, my face will come back in a minute. So we're gonna stand up, come back, for me, as far back as I can. I'm gonna stand up nice and tall. I'm gonna stand at an angle just so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Bring my arms nice and high up overhead. Nice deep inhale, exhale, rolling forward one vertebrae at a time, just like that final roll down we do in class. Touch my hands to the floor. Let our head hang heavy. And then shake our head, yes. Shake it though. If you need to, give those arms a little shake. Just shake out any tension you're feeling. And then starting at my lumbar spine, I'm going to start to articulate and lift my spine up one vertebrae at a time. Head being the final thing to come up, followed by my arms. Nice deep inhale, exhale, rolling forward again, diving over that imaginary beach ball. Hands to the floor or as low as they go. Shaking out that head. Yes. And then no. Shaking those arms. This time we're going to just start rolling those shoulders a little bit. And then again, stack that spine up one vertebrae at a time. Last thing to come up is the head, followed by the arms. And then again, rolling forward. This time, when my hands hit the floor, I'm going to walk myself forward, just little inchworms out. Haha, sneaky plank. And I'm just going to hang out here for a count of 2. So 2, 1, and then sneaky, sneaky, walk myself back up. Perfect. Now that I'm here, again, letting my spine bring me up one vertebrae at a time, head, and then the arms to dive forward. Hands come to the ground. If you need to, bend those knees and then walk yourself out to our plank. Perfect. And then again, walk ourselves back. Again, if you need to, bend those knees just so you can keep the hands on the floor. Once we're here, we can straighten the legs and then start to articulate that spine up as we come back to standing. Once more, come all the way down. Walk, 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 walk out to a plank. And then now we're going to do everyone's favorite part of the day, a push-up. So you can either do a little baby push-up, you can come all the way down and all the way up. We're just going to do one and then walk ourselves back. And then come all the way up. See, I told you it was going to be total body warm-up today. And then rolling forward, walking yourself out. And again, it doesn't have to be the full kit and caboodle. It can just be halfway down. Do whatever feels good for you and your body. And then come all the way up. One more as we come all the way down. Walk, 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 walk. Out to my plank. Push up. Come all the way up. Now my knees are going to hit the ground. Push all the way down and back and just sink into a nice child's pose. If you need to, you can rock side to side. If child pose doesn't feel good for you, you can always come up and do some cat-cows, hip wiggles. Again, whatever feels good for you and your body. So, see, total body warm-up, short and sweet. Now I'm going to come into my quadruped. So, hands under shoulders, knees under my hips, knees hip-width apart. I'm going to do just a nice simple bird dog. So if my right hand goes forward, my left leg goes back. Perfect. And then bring it in. And then if my left arm goes forward, right leg goes back. Hips are neutral, core is still engaged. Perfect. So again, I'm just stretching and reaching. My shoulders are down and back in the socket at all times. Hips are neutral at all times. Glutes are on. Legs are active. Core is on. Beautiful. Now, the next time I come back, I'm going to bird dog out, and I'm going to arch the spine using my core to scoop the abs up and in. Bring opposite knee, opposite elbow together, and then set down. So stretching out, 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 curling and pulling in, and then setting down, getting deeper into those abdominals. So out, pulling around in, set down, out, pulling around in, set down, one more on either side. Perfect. Last one to the left and the right. Last one, right to left. Set it down. Now I'm just gonna walk myself out and down onto my tummy. Perfect. Make sure you can see what I'm doing here. I'm gonna stretch my arms out overhead. And again, I'm just gonna take this moment to make sure that for you all, forehead touches the ground. But again, for audio purposes, I'm gonna look at you. Bony landmarks of the hip are pushing down into the floor or your yoga mat to maintain neutral hips. So the glutes are on and active, my legs are active, and they're pushing down into the floor while they stretch away from the body. Take a nice deep inhale. As I exhale, lift that upper body up, and then come on down. And if it feels better, you can inhale up, exhale down. It doesn't for me, but again, keep breathing. As long as you're breathing, I'm a happy camper. If you want to make this a little bit harder and engage a few more muscles, then as we come up, lift those legs with me and then come down. It's really important though that as we lift those legs up, make sure the hips are maintaining neutral and then come down. And lift up, 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 and down, down, down. Again, don't have to lift those legs if you don't want to. Now, the next time I lift up, arc those arms back to the hips, stretch and push those fingertips towards the floor. You can lift the legs or set them down, whatever feels good. Bring the arms back overhead and down. Lift up, stretch those arms back, back, back. Like I'm really trying to touch my toes. Bring the arms overhead and down. Now this next time I come up, optional add-on, pump the arms 3 times, bring them back in front and down. Up, over, back, 3 pumps, forward and down. Good. And again, the legs don't have to come up if you don't want to. Perfect. All right, one more of these, and then we're gonna mix it up a bit. And down. And I'm gonna move this a little bit just so I stop trying to whack my reformer. All right, so now when I come up, again, legs don't have to come up. Arms are gonna come out to a T, and I'm just gonna do some little pulses here. And down. So lifting up, arms wide, shoulders are down and back in the sockets. Shoulder blades are nice and flat along my spine. Your thumbs can be up or palms down. For those of you who haven't noticed yet, I'm double jointed in my elbows. So my hands might do something a little different just because of that double jointed feature. You don't have to do the same thing my hands are doing. Perfect. Good. Now we're gonna hang out here for a second. Shake out any tension. Realign those hips back to neutral. Core is on. Squeeze the booty. Legs can lift or lower. Doesn't matter. Now we're gonna do some arm circles. So come up, arms wide, circle, circle, circle for 3, arms back in front, and down. Up, out. I like to go the opposite way, because that's just me. And down. You don't have to if you have a circle direction that you really enjoy. Forward, down. Last one, out, circle, 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 forward, down. Perfect. Now from here, I'm going to roll onto my side. As always, when we do any kind of sideline work, you can either have your arm, bottom arm, be a pillow, or if you want to get a little bit more upper body activation, come up onto that elbow. Making sure my elbow is under my shoulder, so it's not way out here. It's under the shoulder, and I'm going to pick these ribs up, so don't let them kind of sag to the ground. Pick, pick, pick up. Core is engaged. Bottom leg is either straight or bent. Again, whatever feels good for you. I'm going to lift my leg up, hips on top of the other, and then bring this leg forward and press it all the way back. Pulling this leg forward just to my body's 90 and then sending it back. I want to keep those hips really still. If I come too far forward, I collapse my hips. So just bring them forward and back. Good. 3 more. Forward and back. Forward and back. And again, trying to keep this leg as parallel as possible. It's going to want to get heavy and fall down, but trying to resist that urge. Perfect. Now the next time my leg is here, I'm going to pull this leg into tabletop, press it out. Pull it into tabletop, press it out. My ribs are still up, my shoulders still down and back. And when I press out, I'm pressing out in line with my spinal column, so I really get into outer thigh, outer booty. Perfect. 3 more. Beautiful. Now, the next time I press this leg out, I'm going to pull into tabletop, extend my leg out, back to tabletop, press it in line with my spine. So pull in, extend, back to tabletop, and press out. Beautiful. Nice deep inhales, deep exhales. Just make sure we're breathing. Excellent. 3 more. Then how about this? We'll take a break because we've got more in store for you today. Perfect. Last one. We pull, extend, bend, press out. If you need to, set that leg down, bend the knees, come up. If you're on your shoulder, give that shoulder a little break, give yourself a little wiggle. If you were laying down, you can just melt into the floor if you need to. Just let all those muscles relax for a second. Just think, we're halfway done with this side of the body. Hooray! So I'm going to come back into whatever choice of position I was before. So if you were here, just make sure that we've lifted those bottom ribs up off the floor, core is engaged, one hip on top of the other. Same is true if I was on my forearm. Lift those ribs up, bottom leg is bent or long. Now my top leg is going to come forward to my body's 90. Again, making sure my hips are in neutral. And I'm going to do lifts and lowers. Lifts and lowers. So I'm just lifting my leg to the ceiling and down to the floor, but I'm not touching the floor. I don't know if you can see that with this camera angle. I'm stopping maybe 2 inches above the floor, but I'm lifting up and down. Again, keeping those hips in neutral. If you need to, you can put your hands behind your booty. That'll let you know if your hips are trying to shift backwards at all. Perfect. 3 more. 2, 3, and then we'll take a break because hopefully you felt something. Even if you need to, take a break to that arm, shake it out. Otherwise, one thing left. It's my favorite thing, so you know what it is. Again, leg is straight, circles, ribs up. Bring this leg forward, little circles. Can't be a Heather class without some circles. Perfect. And again, I'm initiating the movement from my hip socket, not from my foot. So my foot isn't doing this. It's staying nice and straight, and all these big beefy muscles of my legs are doing the work for me. Now let's go the other way, because again, you can't just go one direction with your circles. Well, that'd be silly. We'll do 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, 1 more. Oh, let's just do 1 more for funsies. Set that leg down. Whew. Come on up, stretch it out. Ooh, whatever feels good for you and your body. Perfect. Now, I'm going to roll onto my backside and lay down because we love this. Laying down is always fun. Roll those shoulders down and back. Bring those hips back to neutral. Engage the core. Feet firmly planted, knees parallel. And just give me a hinging or articulating bridge. Like I've said before, so if you've taken my classes before, articulating bridges bother my low back. So I don't do them personally in my own practice. However, if you like them, go for it. Do it. I'm going to rotate just a little bit because here in a moment, the legs are going to start to take center stage and I want you to see what they're doing. So we're just going to do 3 more, 2 more, 1 more. Now the next time I come up, I'm going to walk the left foot out into a wall, walk it back, walk the right foot out, walk it back, and then down. Hopefully you have more room that way to walk out and in. Perfect. And then come down. So come up, make sure that my hips are still staying in neutral, and then come down. The other thing we want to avoid is when we come up, as I'm sending that leg out, try to avoid those hips swaying side to side as I go out and in. Try to keep the hips as still as possible. So you know my trick of putting my hands on my lower ribs and my tops of my hips. That way I can really feel what's going on down there. Because sometimes hips get sneaky. Give me one more. 1, 2, and then come down. If you need to, again, if your low back is grumpy, rock those knees side to side. Feel free to hug them into your chest, whatever feels good. So don't worry, we're not done with bridging yet. For my next one, now when I bridge up, I'm going to walk my left foot out, bring it back in, right foot out, back in, and come down. So I'm just walking my feet out to the side. Now this one's going to be a little bit harder because now when I'm moving my foot this way, my hips want to follow. So again, just making sure that my glutes are on, my legs are active, core is on, so everything stays nice and still. Perfect. And hopefully you're looking up to the sky to protect your neck. Perfect. I should probably be doing that too. Just worried about you being able to hear me. Maybe one more on this side. One more to the right. Come on down. And again, rock it out. Shake it out. Whatever feels good for you and your body. Now, you all can just roll onto this other side. But for the sake of looking at the camera, I'm going to do an old switcheroo. We have this whole other side of leg that we didn't do yet. So again, if before you were on your forearm, feel free to resume the position. Otherwise, come up onto that elbow. Again, elbows under shoulder, shoulder down and back. Pull those ribs up. Legs are long or bent. Top leg comes up. It moves forward just to your body's 90 and then back. Forward just to your body's 90 and then back. And you might start to notice, especially now that we're doing this single leg stuff, that one side has a little bit different flexibility, a range of motion than the other, and that's okay. That's why we're here. That's why we're practicing this whole Pilates. So we're just coming up and back, forward and back. Perfect. And again, checking in. Is that core on? How's that shoulder doing? Is it active? Probably feeling it. And my bottom leg is surprisingly active. Even though it's not moving, it's an isometric hold. Those muscles are on to keep me from wiggling back and forth as I do this. So 3 more. 3, 2, and then 1. Perfect. Now, this leg stays long. Just like before, pull it into tabletop, press it out. Pull it into tabletop, press it out. Pull it in, press it out. And again, press it out in line with that spine and pull it in. Perfect. 3 more of these. 2 more of these. Last one. Perfect. Now when I pull this leg in, extend the foot straight out, bend it back to tabletop, press in line with your spine. Pull into tabletop, extend the leg out, back to tabletop, press long. So in, out, in, back, in, out, in, back. Again, how's that core? Are those ribs still high? If this is hard for you, just know that you can always go and grab a pillow to put down here to protect and kind of help ease some of that tension for the shoulder and the abdominals. 2 more. And then we'll take a break. So I think we did on the other side around now too. Perfect. Set that leg down. Come up. For those of you that were on your elbow, you might want to shake those shoulders out. Give yourself a little twist, a little rotation here. If you were lying down, again, relax those muscles and melt into the floor. Perfect. So give yourself a little shake. We have 2 things left. They're the best 2. That's why we're saving them for last. So again, come down into whichever position you originally were in. So whether it be on your elbow, ribs up, or again on your forearm. That bottom leg can be bent or straight. I'm going to lift my top leg, bring it forward to my 90, and do my lifts and lowers. And again, I can't really tell if you can see on camera, but I'm not coming all the way to the floor. I'm not just letting my leg just kind of relax down. So I'm lifting up and down, and that leg is pointing as much to a 90 degree as my body allows. So it's okay if yours looks different. It's going to do 3 more. 3, 2, 1. And again, if we need to, bring that leg back, take a little break. All we have left is circled hem. So, you got this. Legs straight. And if you need to, bend. Bring that leg forward to a 90, and then circles. Beautiful little circles. And again, I'm initiating from my hip socket, not my foot. So hopefully you can see that difference. And you'll feel it, most definitely, 10,000% between this and the whole leg moving. Totally different ballgame. Now let's go the other way. And again, hands on the hips, behind the booty, just to make sure we're really getting that form. Perfect. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Oh, let's do 1 more for giggles. Send that leg out. Bring it in. Now, if you need to, you can come forward. Just stretch it out. Whatever feels good. Perfect. All right. Here's the fun thing. So now I'm going to sit on my booty. Knees bent, feet flat on the ground. And my hands are going to go behind me. Fingers pointing the same way as my toes, unless that really bothers your wrist, and then you can do something different. So from here, I'm going to inhale, exhale, come up, and then down. So this is total body. My upper body and shoulders and arms and chest and back are active and lifting my upper body up. My booty and legs are pressing up to the sky and coming on down. And of course, my core is on. And down. And again, if you need to, do something different with those hands. You can point those fingers in a different direction. Just do whatever feels comfortable for you. 2 more. Beautiful. Up and down, and then take a break. Whew. Hopefully we felt something in this area. Good. So now we're going to add on to that, as we tend to do in my classes. So don't worry, the feet, their whole job is just stay put. We're going to focus on the arms. This is going to be more upper body. So again, do whatever you need to with your hands. Come up, core on, walk, 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 walk out, and then walk, 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 walk in. Come on down. Whew. We'll think about that for a minute. That was an event. Don't worry, we're going to practice again. So come up, out, 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 in, and down. And don't worry, if you don't want to go out twice, just go out once. Or if you're like, oh, no, I just like to going up and down, that's fine, stick with that. So come all the way up, out, 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 in. Don't worry, we're just going to do 1 more of those. So come up, out, 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 in, down. Now, we went out and in. Let's try side to side. Again, do whatever you need to with the hands. As I come up, I'm going to go out. And I'm just going to go 1 over for this one, just because I don't really have a lot of space. If you would like to do 2, that's fine. And if you need to come down in between, that's fine too. But again, this one is mainly a lot of upper body. My core and hips are on, so that my hips aren't moving any more than they have to. They're going to move a little bit biomechanically. That's just the nature of this exercise. But give me 1 more to the right, pass through center, to the left, back to center, and down. Bring those feet into prayer pose, and then just stretch it forward. Well, that was fun. So hopefully, that was fun. Hopefully you find it fun. Good. Now, I'm going to lay down. Everybody loves laying down. Perfect. Feet are flat on the ground. Just to start off with, hips are in neutral, core is on. I'm going to roll my shoulders down and back. I like to have my arms long at my sides. If you want to start with them up in the air, that's fine. I'll do it both ways, just so you can see. Tuck my chin. Nice deep inhale, exhale, chest lift up, and then come down. That's one version. Or if you prefer to do this, that's fine too. So whatever feels good for you and your body. Just remembering to keep that neck nice and relaxed as we come up and as we come down. For those of you that really want a challenge, you can give me some genie arms here. Just making sure those shoulders are as down and back as possible. and that we're still lifting with the core. And if you'd like, you're more than welcome to lift one leg up to tabletop, or maybe both, and that's okay. So just pick your own adventure for this part. The next time I come up, I'm going to do 3 pulses of the arms and then come down. If you still want to do genie arms, you can pulse like this. Just know that we're not going to get as deep into the back as if your arms were straight. But again, choose your own adventure. Do whatever works best for you. Perfect. And come on down. And I'm going to breathe really loud to remind you to breathe. Because again, I hear it's important. 2 more. Beautiful. Last one. Come on down. If you need to, stretch those knees, rock them side to side. Do whatever feels good for you and your body. So now, let's try to get those obliques. So these muscles on the side of our body working a little bit more. Again, legs can be in both feet on the ground, one to tabletop, both to tabletop. Whatever feels good for you. Again, relax that neck. For this one, it might be a little easier to start with the arms long. And as I chest lift up, I'm going to crunch over and try to tap my calf, come back to center, and down. The next time I chest lift up, side crunch over to tap the other side, back to center, and down. And as I'm doing this, my neck is still relaxed. I'm leading with that core, but I'm trying to kiss my lowest ribs and my hip together. So I'm not rotating. I'm literally just crunching over sideways to really get deep in those obliques. And my core is still on. Hopefully you're still feeling that too. Up, crunch, tap, 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 and down. And then come up, crunch, 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 and down. Whew. Now, let's add on to that. So if you need to, take a break. The next time I chest lift up, I'm going to crunch over to the side and go tap, tap, or 2 pulses, back to center, and down. Chest lift up, go to the other side for 2 pulses, back to center, and down. And we won't live here forever, just because hopefully you're feeling something. And then, perfect. Give me 1 more on the right, 1 more on the left. Come up, over, 2 pulses. And those pulses are coming from my core and not just from the arm. Perfect. So if you need to, stretch those legs out. Make sure you're not going to whack anything. If you want, you can bring the arms overhead, up to the sky, tuck the chin. Give me a nice deep inhale. Exhale, teaser up. Woo! Because you know what time it is. And then come all the way down. Whew. Inhale, exhale, teaser up, and down. And if you're like, oh gosh, I'm not ready for teaser yet today, that's okay. Bend the left knee, leave the right leg straight. Give me a modified teaser. And then as we come down, we'll swap sides. And then down. Or if you're like, oh, I don't want to do that at all, bend those knees, and then come up with just the upper body. Perfect. So again, just make this your own. Oh my goodness, where does the time go? So that'll be our last one because we're running out of time. Goodness. And then we'll come up to seated. Now your spine's been kind of straight for a while. So with these knees bent, I'm just going to come forward and give my knees a little hug. And just round that spine, taking some nice deep inhales, deep exhales. You guys are lucky we're not going to get to our planks today. Darn it. And if I come up, again, I'm going to put my left hand outside the right knee and then just rotate. My gaze follows whatever way I'm turning just to really deepen that stretch. Come back to center. Now my right hand comes to the outside of the left knee, back to center as I rotate and stretch. Perfect. And then, of course, we'll do it one more time. To the right, back to center, and then to the left. back to center, and then come forward one last time. Give those knees just a little hug if you need to, rock side to side. Or if there's another stretch that felt good, then that's a great time to do it now. For our final thing, we're just going to do our final roll down. So we're going to go ahead and stand up. I'm going to be mindful of the head for a second again. Perfect. Bring those arms up overhead. Nice deep inhale, exhale, roll forward like I'm rolling over an imaginary beach ball. Let my head hang heavy. Shake it, yes. Shake it, no. Shake your arms, shake the shoulders, shake the booties. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, articulate up. One vertebrae at a time. Come back to standing. And then you did it. We did it. Monday is done. Put a big check mark on our to-do list for the day. Pat yourself on the back. Yay. And hopefully I'll see you all Wednesday at 10 a.m. So new schedule. We're all learning it together. But again, it'll be just 30-minute mat Pilates. And don't forget 2 soup cans, or if you have light hand weights or just something, I don't know, like a pack of gel pens or something. Just that way, something to put in your hands to hold, just to kind of add to. Again, totally optional, don't have to do it. So hopefully you have a wonderful rest of your Monday, and I will see you all on Wednesday. So until then, goodbye everyone.